Hi everyone, so welcome back to Purple Heart Woodturning. I hope this video is finding you all well. And in today's video I'm going to be making a rather large bowl. So I've got this lovely piece of Panga Panga. It's 8 inch by 8 inch by 4 inch deep, so it's got a really sizable depth to it. What I'm going to do, I'm going to get the centre drawn onto the blank itself, then I'll put it onto the bandsaw, cut off those corners so it's a bit more rounded, so it's not too vibratory on the lathe, and then we'll turn the initial shape, get it flipped over and bore out the inside of the bowl. Should be a really fun little project. I might even try embellishing again. I think the dark brown grain would really suit the nice silver or gold colour. But I'll get it turned first and then we'll see whether we embellish it or not. So should be a fun little project. Let's see how it turns out. So this blank was much harder to cut down than initially thought. I ended up having to hand saw it and then get the rough shape done on the lathe. Not the ideal way to do it. There was a lot of rocking and a lot of bouncing, but now as you can see it's got that lovely smooth finish to the top, and I'm just starting to cut that foot in at the bottom. So just cutting the groove into the bottom of the bowl, this will allow me to flip it over onto the lathe and mount it onto the other side. So now the sanding's finished, applying a coat of Odie's oil. So what the Odie's oil does is it seals the wood, but it's a more natural sealant in the fact that it's an oil rather than a cellulose sealer. So it's actually feeding the grain and feeding the wood, and that really just allows that colour to pop. As you can see there, it really does give it a lovely sheen, but also protects it as well. So now I'm applying a coat of wax to the bowl. This was a really thick viscous wax. I think I should have left it in a little bit of hot water just to get a bit more supple and a bit more malleable. It didn't quite spread as evenly as I liked, but once it was actually fully embedded into the piece, it did give it a really nice luster. So now that's the back side of the bowl done, we're going to take it off the lathe, flip it over onto the other side, get that retightened, and then it's ready to cut in the actual bowl itself. So I am removing quite a large proportion of the inside of the bowl. If I had one of those really specialised bowl tools, I could have bored out the centre itself and made a little tiny bowl, but unfortunately I just don't have one of those pieces of equipment, so instead I'm just having to chisel out all of the wood itself. Trying to keep a relatively medium-sized rim. I want it to be quite thick but simultaneously not overly chunky, because there is quite a bit of weight in the base. So just about to put another coat of Odie's oil on the inside of the bowl. That's sealing and also nourishing that inside edge as well as the outer rim. Once that's done, I can give it a Yorkshire grip, give it a wax, and then that's the bowl finished. And there we have the finished bowl. I've got to say, this project has come out absolutely stunningly. That grain is superb. It's such a closely tight-knit grain. And I'm not sure if you can see in there, but it's got this really lovely gold fleck. That's all natural, that's all part of the wood. I didn't end up using any embellishing creams or any gilding. That is purely the result of the grain itself. And it just has a really lovely colour to it. The inside as well, you've got those lovely two semicircular sort of almost cuts throughs, and then you've got that nice piece of grain in the centre. It's quite a big bowl. It was a 4-inch blank, so it has got a really nice bit of depth, and it's very heavy. It's got a lovely weight to it as well. So I hope you've enjoyed watching the video. If you have, if you could please like and subscribe to the channel, hit the little bell notification, and that'll let you know every time a video goes live. Next project coming out in 2 weeks. I haven't quite decided what it's going to be yet. It's going to be something fun. I do have a really nice piece of wood that I might turn into a little bowl, but again, I don't want the channel to be very bowl heavy. I need to come up with a few new concepts and a few new ideas as well, so we'll have a few fun things going through, but yeah, next video coming out in 2 weeks time. So thanks again for watching, stay safe, take care, look after yourselves, and I'll see you for the next video.